ZV-E10 too, guys. It's in the house. Of course, Sony autofocus is going to work good. Is it worth the money? Well, if you buy it used, it is. I mean, people are saying, well, you just move up to the A6700, and that's the one you should get. You should just totally bypass this one because it doesn't have IBIS. But what if you just want to sit it on a tripod? If you want to run it non-stop, all you got to do is put a little fan on it, a little 8-inch fan, a little 6-inch fan on low, just to get circulation going, and it's good to go if that's your thing, if you don't mind doing that. But for this camera, you can get between $800 to $900 on eBay. You just got to wait for someone to throw it up used, and there you go. Or with the lens for around $9, which is, you know, $200 off the price new. But I mean, what do you think? Is this doable? I got the 35mm 1.8 on here right now, but obviously you can get the Sigma lenses, the 1.4s. But what do you think? How's this look, guys? I mean, obviously, you know, doing the test that I did, autofocus is great. It's a little better than the ZV-E10 was. And the ZV-10, the image quality is going to be similar, but this is 10-bit, which is good if you want to color grade. But also, you got the Cinetone, but this is just standard straight out of the camera. 30 frames per second. I like shooting that instead of 24. If you wanted to go all day long, you could just put a little fan on it if you wanted to. But if you're going to put it on a tripod and you want to still have some flexibility with, you know, color grading and that kind of thing, then this is why you would go with this. On the ZV-E10 30 frames per second crops in. This one you can do 30 without the crop, or 60 with like a 1.1 crop, small crop, if you want to do 60 frames. So then you got your slow-mo. I mean, it's a nice little camera, and the size of it is great. I mean, it's smaller than my R8. It's smaller than this R8 here. It's obviously smaller than like a ZV-E1. But I can put this head-to-head next to the ZV-E1, and you'll see that the video quality, if you're in a low ISO, if you're like 1 to 400 ISO, you will not be able to tell the difference if you have the right lens on there. You just won't. You can, all these people on YouTube say, oh, you can, listen, most people are watching this stuff on tablets or whatever, smartphones anyway. They will not be able to tell if you have low ISO. So if you're using it in like a studio setting, like I'm in now, they're not going to be able to distinguish. You just get decent audio, and this is all you need. You can go the ZV-E10 route, and that's fine. You save yourself some money. You'll save $300 if you buy used off of this, because you can get one for around $5 or so, and then this you can get for around $8. So, but for $300, I think it's worth it. Then at that point, if you're going to buy used, if you can get one used, to move up. That's my honest opinion. And honestly, I could use this in place of my ZV-E1 because both of them technically would overheat anyway. So, but obviously, if you want low light, that's where the ZV-E1 comes in, like really low light. But this is still good in you know, normal light conditions. It's more than most people really truly need. But hey, I love full frame too. You know, I mean, I got 3 full frame cameras, so you know, I'm a full frame snob. But this is a nice little camera. The reason I bought this one is because it's so small, and I'm getting the 45mm Viltrox because it's a pancake. And then this thing is basically, if you go to camera size comparison, and you put the cameras next to each other, like the Fuji X106 next to this with a 45, obviously the 28 4.5 is going to be not, you know, doesn't have a good as aperture as the X100V, but you get a TT Artisan's 28 2.8, or even the kit lens on this is 1650, and it's not a whole lot bigger than the X100V if you use one of those smaller pancake lenses, but you get this amazing autofocus. And you have the ability to changes your lenses and change the focal ranges where you don't have that with that Fuji 106 V6. And frankly, it's more. You could buy this with 2 lenses for the price of that one camera. And this fits in your pocket, guys. It'll fit in your pocket. So take pictures with it. Better for video, in my opinion, than the X100V. I think it's kind of underrated, actually, because a lot of people say, just go with the 6700. Go with this 6700. That's the one you want. Well, I had the 6700 and I sold it. Why? Well, that one's $1,400 bucks, and you can get it used for $1,200 bucks. maybe 11 something if you really, really look for it. That's fine. Same image quality, but you're paying $300 more. And if it's going to be on a tripod, now if you're going to be using it for vlogging and stuff, I wouldn't even get that anyway for that vlogging. I just wouldn't. That's what you use. That's what the Pocket 3 is for, right? Your little Pocket 3, you get the ZV-E10 too. Then you got your color grading options. You still got your 60 slow-mo, your 120 HD. I mean, really, guys, that's all you need. Now, it's fun to play with other cameras, but it's all you need. I'm just saying, need versus want. But I just wanted to throw this up so you got to see what this looks like in action, the ZV-E10 II. I'll probably do more comparison tests. I've been so much going on lately, I haven't been able to throw much up but for videos. But I really wanted to just throw this on here and give you guys an idea. A non-sponsored, bought it with my own money thing, and just give you an honest opinion. It's a great camera. It's small. That's why I bought it, because I wanted a really small camera that has the bigger battery for Sony that goes into the full frame ones, right? It's the same ones. And so this thing will last a long time on one battery, guys. That's the problem with ZV-E10 was a smaller battery, which, if you carry 2 or 3 in your pocket, you're all right. Same thing with the R8. That's the problem with that, is the small battery. But this has the bigger battery. That was a smart move, because if it wasn't for that, then it would have been, one less reason to get this over the ZV-E10. But with all the upgrades, definitely, I think this is worth it, guys. I really do. And I love the tally lamp, man. You can tell you're recording yourself. That's huge. I love the tally lamps. Well, let me know what you think about the ZV-E10. Now, I understand, like, hey, man, if you're going to take photos more, get the 6700 then. That's fine. But if you're doing like 50-50 and more towards video, and you don't need 120 cropped anyway, 4K, IBIS is nice to have. It's nice to have. That's what I'm saying for pictures. But is the 6700 a better camera? Well, if you use it for certain things, yeah. It still don't have dual card slots. It's still going to overheat on you. From the tests that I've seen, the A6700 will overheat faster. I mean, A6700 got warm on me when I was just going through the menus. But, I mean, there's workarounds for that, right? You put a fan on it. But for me, this is more like I wanted something small and compact that I could get a pancake lens and just stick in my pocket. And that's my carry around. And I don't want to, because those bigger ones, I don't want to spend $1,400 on a camera that I'm going to be carrying around and it gets lost, stolen, or falls. At least this one, or the ZV-10 even, if it falls and you're out less, right? Nobody wants that to happen. But if you can get it used, you get a good deal. You get this thing for about $800, $850. That's a good deal, guys. I mean, and that the kit lens actually is, the autofocus is better on it. It zooms in and out, and you got autofocus. So, I mean, if you can get that with it too for only a few, $50 less, I'd definitely do it. Why not? It's compact. You could carry it around with you. You can have a nice little compact camera. It costs almost half with the X100 V6s if you can even get it. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.